Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1. Phathead, no Cande Roth. It is as if I am sitting here doing the show naked, which is a scary thought, and without my right hand, my left arm, whatever you want to call it, as we share every morning. Cande taking some well-deserved rest, as she does nothing anyway, so she just needs some extra rest, and you could tell her I said that. And her and Brian, the boyfriend, they plan on doing a lot of cleaning around the house and sleeping late, and we hope she gets, all kidding aside, all the rest she needs to get herself going for what's going to be a busy summer of broadcasting and radio here in Good Country Music, as we are with you through the good and the bad and at home, not at home, opening, closed, whatever the case may be in this country. We are here with all the good music as the weather gets warmer. Yesterday, went for a ride, which I'm going to save that story for when Cande gets back. It's a good one. I'd rather not tell it myself. I need her to tell me either she loves the story or thinks I'm an absolute idiot for what went down, but we will discuss next week. I'm stockpiling on my iPhone a bunch of notes that say Cande's return with some topics. So anything interesting that happens to me over the course of the week, I am saving for her. Let's go through a couple of things here going on with COVID-19. The good, the bad, and some interesting stuff. Scientists at a biomedical research lab in California, this is good news, they released a new report with some insight. They found 100% of COVID-19 cases made antibodies in people's bodies, and they also found that some people may have at least partial immunity from exposure to other previous coronaviruses. Well, this all means it should be possible to make a vaccine to beat it, and that it's possible for us to develop widespread immunity. So at some point, not sure when that is, but at some point, we can go back to living normally, even though the virus exists, as we do with other viruses and things we get vaccines for. So that is good news. 58% of Americans say they're completely or mostly isolating themselves. That is far down from the 75% on April 5th, but at about the same level it was on March 22nd, right around the stay-at-home orders. So we're at 58%. Like it seems in the press when you're watching TV, it's 50-50. There are many people going out and saying, let's get going, and many people who are staying at home and seeing what happens over the next 6 to 8 weeks before they venture out. Interesting article about some of the hardest hit industries, employment-wise. You know, obviously unemployment, a huge deal. Well, the number one industry hardest hit by unemployment, and it's not even close, a 50% change, 48.3, but basically a 50% change over the last 2 months in negativity and lost jobs is leisure and hospitality, as you would imagine. And that includes everything from, hotels to anything going on at those hotels, whether it be restaurants and casinos and things of that nature. And also includes in certain instances clubs and bars and concerts and, just a lot of different areas that include leisure and hospitality, luxury items, if you will. Obviously going to a hotel, as we hope it all comes back and we pack the hotels at some point, going to a hotel, not essential. You can stay at home. Now, there are instances where hotels, because of the massive change in capacity and what's going on, they have opened themselves up to frontline workers to stay so they can protect themselves from their family, which is, obviously for free. There are some hotels doing that where frontline workers don't have to go home and expose their family to what they're battling in the ERs and the hospitals and everything. So that is a positive. At least the hotels are, giving up some of their space because they're not filled anyway. Construction is not even a close second, but a second. And I know, here in Suffolk County, for sure, a lot of construction and activity and building going on, or they would like it to be going on, and a lot of construction workers and contractors who've been out of work for quite some time. That is number 2. Trade, transportation, utilities, number 3 for unemployment. Education and health services at number 4, and then manufacturing plants at number 5. And it goes on and on and on. The lowest one, where it hasn't been affected that much, is financial activities, which is interesting because, it's become a world where people are doing their stock trading online and moving their money online and getting their interest rates changed, their 30-year mortgages and whatever they're doing with their money. They're doing it online. Most of you pay your bills online, so financial activity is not affected as much as others, but interesting take on the unemployment situation going on in the country. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.